Today we're talking about the Sovol SV06 ACE, and I'm going to do the comparison against the A1 Mini and the A1 from Bambu Labs. The SV06 ACE I purchased on the early bird special when they had 500 units available for $259. I bought the A1 Mini for $199, and I bought this for $339. So you got the 180 millimeter build plate on here, 220 millimeter build plate on the SV06 ACE, and the 256 millimeter build plate on the Bambu Labs A1. As far as price range and build volume, this is right in the middle. Here we go, Sovol SV06 ACE. All right, so our plan today is to compare the A1 and A1 Mini to the Sovol SV06 ACE. I ran this file last night. I ran it at full speed, and this says 10 hours and 1 minute. So we're going to run the same exact file with this same exact roll of filament. I'm going to move this roll of filament over to that machine and run this file. Once that is complete, we're going to remove this roll of filament from that machine and put it on the SV06 ACE and run the same file. Let's take a look. Now I have a Sovol SV08, the Core XY Voron clone, 350 millimeter build plate, and that's a pretty good machine. So if you like stuff to tinker with and you want to modify your printers, Sovol machines are really good machines. They basically clone other popular machines that are very reliable at a really good price. This SV06 ACE is essentially a clone of the Prusa Mark IV S, and the cheapest you can get that machine is $799 in kit form, which you would have to put together from many more pieces than what you find here. We have the 256 millimeter build plate from Bambu Labs right here, which you can see is also slightly larger than the SV06 build plate, but it's not that much bigger. I really like the quality of the Sovol build plates. There's a very dense foam block right under here, almost invisible. This one, this very dense foam block was up under the build plate, and as I moved the build plate, it was moving with it. So I'm assuming that would have caused some problems if I did not remove that. Packing list, okay. We have the base kit, which includes the controller, extruder kit, gantry, power box, display, and the rack. Anytime I get a new printer and they come with these little tiny rolls of filament, I just put them in the closet where I keep filament to use in the 3D pen. Same as with the SV08. Got a little scraper here, which is actually a paint palette mixer. You know, like Bob Ross, you see those painters, they scrape up some paint off of their acrylic palette and mix it. It's one of those tools. These are awesome. Bed scrapers, nozzle cleaner, grease, USB stick from Sovol. Hopefully that's going to have the SV06 ACE print profile for Orca on there. Extra nozzle, that's pretty cool. Interesting. So the hardware kit actually has the steps labeled on it. Step 1, 2, 3, 4, they're all in there labeled. We have some nozzle pokers here, all of the wrenches that you need for assembly and maintenance, and a nice pair of tweezers there. I noticed that when I bought the Sovol SV08, it came with a lot of tools, and that really concerned me that it came with so many tools. I was thinking, wow, this thing is just going to be a maintenance nightmare. But the Prusa came with all the tools also, and the Prusa needs the tools more than the SV08. We'll get this thing screwed in if we can, and push to the top to complete installation. Remove the touch screen from the package and locate the machine's right side. Locate the machine's right side, not the wrong side. Attach the rack plate to the top using the M510s. M510s and rack plate. We'll go this way because we want our filament sensor on this side. Making that screw easy to access. The picture shows the back of the machine, and when the picture shows the back of the machine, when the back of the machine is facing you, the rack faces the left. So, according to the instructions, I have placed this on backwards. There we go. Filament spool holder is now facing to the left. Along the side here, there's a cable underneath this plastic clip, plastic cover. This plastic cover clips into this groove in the rail and hides this cable. And that cable connects right down here. All right, so just about everything plugged in, I think. Please select the correct voltage. Right here, right here. There's a little hole in the back of the power box, and it's actually set to 230 right now. So we're gonna change that. We got the SV06 ACE connected to Wi-Fi. We have started the initial self-check calibrations, and it is currently on step 1, XYZ axis home check. So right there we can see the nozzle touch the bed. Fan coming on. So we'll let this run. Says it'll take about 15 minutes. There's an Orca slicer profile in here. I'm sure you can't see it, but the tool head is vibrating back and forth. And it has an accelerometer in the tool head, and it's calculating the compensation for the input shaper so it can travel at high speeds. One thing I did notice in the book is that it says it instructs you to put this on backwards. It's really odd. Let me see if I can find it. It says the picture shows the back of the machine. When the back of the machine is facing you, the rack faces to the left. If you look at the picture of the printer, that's the front of the machine, and it's facing to the left. This picture is correct. This picture is incorrect. Doesn't matter. Very simple thing to catch and fix. Okay, the self-check is complete. Let's see if this actually does this. Wow. And I didn't even clean the bed, but we're just gonna roll with it. Hot end heating up. So far, I like it. Alright, looks like we didn't get too far. It stopped there, it says exception in fan, restart. Fan exception, restarted the machine, and this thing is planted right down on there. Let's find out about homing this thing. We'll be back. I'll be back to check on this in a few minutes and see how far we get. First layer going down, and it looks really nice. So hopefully we won't have that fan exception again that caused the stoppage previously. Right now, we're talking about printing performance. Is that these two machines, the Bambu machines, print cleaner and print a little bit better. There's a caveat to that, and I noticed that whenever we were printing on the SV06 ACE, the printing temperature was 210 degrees, and the Bambu machines are printing at 220 degrees on the hot end. And what that's telling me is that their profile for their PLA basic is different than the print profile that Sovol has for the SV06 ACE for PLA. So that could be part of the reason that this didn't print quite as well. And I will calibrate these filaments in this machine and then reprint this stuff and see if it turns out. And what I want to do is take a look at these. I sliced all of these the same. These are coming off. This is really not coming off too bad for Zero Top Z. That looks pretty good. We took a look at this earlier. Looks good. So Let's see what we got with the SV06. Wow, that just popped right off. A lot less supports on this one. They're definitely coming off easier, but I don't think it, yeah, that is not as clean. Definitely not as clean looking. So let me get this piece off, then we'll take a closer look at it. And that is actually, see, that's really stuck, that's fused on there. So there's two problems here, is the supports are practically fused on there, and this does not look good. I mean, these are just strings like you could play the guitar right here. Okay, let's see if we can get this off. Yeah, that's not good. So definitely would have to make some adjustments in the support. Wow. Wow. So the supports were fused to the wall and it ripped a big old hole in there. There you can see there. Nice big hole. So definitely need to make some adjustments with the support settings on the SV06 ACE. So Bambu A1, pretty good bottom surface there. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not bad. So there we go. Great machine. It works good. It needs to be calibrated for the filaments that you're using, and you need to do some experimentation with the print profiles to get your support settings correct. Sovol machines, I have two of them. I have this one and I have the SV08, and I like them both a lot. And I would definitely suggest these for people who are thinkers. If you're a thinker, great machine, because you're going to be thinking about how to improve it, how to upgrade it, and how to calibrate it and all that kind of stuff. And that's just a whole lot of fun all in itself. That's something that I don't get with Bambu Lab machines, and I really enjoy doing that with the Sovol machines and the Prusa. Anyways, thanks guys. See you next time.